Pacific.
Today on X-Play, like lurching zombies, classic Sega games rise from the dead. Plus, combat gets pretty in Rise of the Kasai. And Midway gets mature with Area 51. It's game time. I weep openly thinking about Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Well, then I can't blame you.
Hello and welcome to X-Play.
Another show, another series of game reviews.
Why should you care?
You shouldn't. You should be outside, basking in the summer sun, interacting with other humans.
But you aren't. Like us, sunlight burns you.
People frighten you.
And the thought of leaving your Xbox alone makes you nervous.
That's why we decided to make things special for you by bringing you a preview of Midway's revamped Area 51.
And a review of Rise of the Kasai.
Plus, classic Sega games re-released on the PS2.
And a game so addictive you may never set your Nintendo DS down again. It's like crack. Crack had 2 screens and was made by a Japanese company.
We also have another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah, they keep making them. For no apparent reason.
But we begin with an action game that serves as both a prequel and a sequel to 2002's Mark of Cree.
And if you didn't play the original, don't worry, because the unique combat system is enough to make this one stand out on its own.
Here's our review of Rise of the Kasai. You know what it's like to be the nice guy?
Hey, are you ready to spend some quality time together?
Adam, I'm sorry, I'm just not ready to start something new.
Oui. The lady's still for me.
But I bathed.
Well, Rise of the Kasai is that nice guy. This is a clever, fun, neat-looking game that you want to introduce to your friends. But the geniuses at Sony decided to release their big man on console just a week earlier. A follow-up to the Mark of Cree, Rise of the Kasai returns you to the stylishly animated and surprisingly gruesome combat that's quick and strategic. See, you wave this glowing thing and it assigns a button to one of the enemies around you. Hit the button and you attack the enemy. What's so impressive is that changing quickly from one enemy to the other is executed so smoothly and looks so good. Or you just take them out quietly and with extreme prejudice. It doesn't get old. Plus, Rise of the Kasai is a good-looking game. Now, it's not good-looking in the traditional way, but the highly stylized hand-drawn look is truly unique and really starts to grow on you the more you play the game. You see where I'm going with this.
I'm so glad you're gonna give me a second chance.
Adam, I'm just not ready to commit.
Suck it! But he doesn't even have a lower half.
Where Rise of the Kasai differs from Mark of Cree is that there are more playable characters, such as Brutal Man of Large Proportions, Bamusu, and Slight Lady of Dark Intentions, Toddy. Their playstyles are different, and they make playing previous levels over a worthwhile incentive. If the combat style and aesthetics don't grab you at first, they never will. Enemies stay fundamentally similar throughout the game, and the environments always feel remote and underarticulated. Like any good guy out to prove his alternative value, Rise of the Kasai plays all its cards early.
This time, it's gonna work.
Adam, I just want something different. I'm ready for something new.
But I'm more involved than he is.
But if action combat fills your teacup with plasma, there's so much to enjoy in this unique and imaginative game. It's not just found in God of War. A 4 out of 5.
What can a stupid monkey do that I can't?
You were just pelted with feces on your own show.
For the second time this month. And people wonder why I have to take Klonopin.
It's nice that we managed to cram every random recurring X-Play character into one sketch.
No one can ever accuse us of underkill.
Should we review another game?
Only if it's a really good game. I can't take another crapping on, literally or figuratively.
Well, it's one of the best games to come out on the Nintendo DS.
Oh, is it the one with the cute animals?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, let's see, do that one.
Here's a review of Zookeeper.
Yeah.
Simple games are often the most addictive, and thus we find our virtual crack in the form of Zookeeper on the Nintendo DS. Basically, if you've played Bejeweled, you've played Zookeeper. If you aren't familiar with how to play Bejeweled, I will have to kick your ass. It's Bejeweled, come on! Okay, sorry, here's how to play. The game field is made of randomly scattered animal faces. Use the stylus to swap pairs of faces. Match 3 or more in a row, and they disappear. The columns above fall down to fill the empty space. As the faces form new patterns, chains of matches are possible. So simple, even a monkey could operate it. If you're not as smart as a monkey, this man will shake his stick arm at you. And why does a zookeeper answer to a judge? But here's the real reason why we've decided to spend 2.5 glorious minutes of television on a game it takes 2.5 minutes to master. Wireless multiplayer.
Ooh, I got 4 in a row. I lost.
Oh, look who won.
Wait, how did I already lose?
And you only need one cartridge to do it. The infrared beam loads the game onto the opponent's DS. So there's no searching for someone else who ponied up the $40 for Zookeeper. It's easy.
Oh, look, 3 surprise giraffes in a row. And a squid. Nice.
Almost too easy.
No, that wasn't a good idea, Adam.
Easy like falling off a wagon into the deep pool of obsession.
Stop doing that. It's pissing me off.
Ultimately, someone ends up going home in tears.
Want some more?
I don't want to play anymore.
Go find a bottle.
Friendships broken, work left undone.
Those crazy crocodiles.
All for the sake of tiny, cute animal faces. Aw, the bunny's mad.
No. Yeah.
Crack with the stylus, Zookeeper, be thy name.
I'm gonna get you, little lion.
Even with all the gods of war and evil residences out there, this game is proof positive that fun is still king. We mainline Zookeeper on the DS, a 4 out of 5.
Damn it! I love this game.
I win. Again.
Yeah, definitely.
Aw, we're so boring.
By the way, X-Play does not advocate slapping your coworkers. That was totally unprofessional behavior.
Unless your co-workers are hot chicks. Then they should slap each other and fight Rumble Roses style.
Adam?
Ah! You know, that was a long way to go for a cheap slapping joke.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Coming up, what the hell did Sega Classics do to Golden Axe?
Get Trick Daddy as a ringtone for your cell. Just text Trick 5 for sugar, give me some, to 75555. Get the used as a ringtone for your cell. Just text all 5 for all that I've got to 75555.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SUV Championships.
Anybody can ride an SUV. Not everybody rides it right.
Pushing it too hard.
Without respect for what they're capable of, it's easy to see why a lot of riders take the role. SUVs are big and powerful, and on top of one, you can feel almost invincible.
Easy now, big fella.
Keeping your SUV in off course.
Look at that control.
That's the idea, right?
I'm Boss Harris.
I run this place with an iron fist, cheap shoots, and really bad breath.
Totally, ma'am. Harris is a complete... Mr. Harris.
A complete what?
Need a moment? Chew it over with Twix.
It's the Spicy Saturday Law. Cinema Tech is coming up next.
I lost my will to live. And to introduce Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
And yet, like us, he soldiers on.
Welcome back to X-Play.
Spring is here, and like long dormant flowers beginning to bloom, long dormant games are beginning to re-emerge.
Yes, Sega is releasing yet another collection of its classic games. In other words, they want to make money off their old crap.
The saddest part of that, the Sonic Mega Collections sell better than any of Sega's new games.
Which should tell you a bit about how far Sega has fallen.
Now, there's another collection for old school Sega fans to get all a Twitter about.
Ooh. Here's a review of Sega Classics. The title sort of says it all. Need to fill out the old release schedule a bit? Well, put out a retro collection. That seems to be the only explanation for Sega Classics Collection, a melting pot of 10 old-school Sega titles given three-dimensional facelifts. If anyone ever needed proof that 3D is not necessarily superior to 2D, here you go. A handful of the games are still good. Virtual Racing Flat Out is a straightforward port of the arcade game, and Monaco GP is kind enough to offer a slightly tweaked version of the old game in addition to the newfangled 3D game. Classic? Original? That can mean the same thing. You're confusing me. Tant R and Buster Brothers are the same as ever. Tant R is a proto-WarioWare with tons of weird mini-games to complete. Buster Brothers is an early attempt at stealth action as you sneak and shoot your way through various treasure-holding buildings. The 3D doesn't really help these two, but it doesn't hurt either. As for the bad, everything else. These things in Alien Syndrome used to look like monster worms. Now it looks like you're combating the results of a piñata spraying diarrhea all over a space station. Fantasy Zone is more or less intact, but moves at a slow and grinding pace with tacked-on 3D bonus stages. Outrun features some nice remixes on the radio, but butt-ugly graphics on the road. Ugh, you like Outrun? Get Outrun too. And then there's Space Harrier.
Get busy, Harriers! Dragonland is screaming!
Sure, it's ugly, but the real killer here, listen to the announcer.
It's all good. Keep on the move.
Excuse me?
It's all good. Keep on the move.
And that's when my mind snapped and I couldn't play anymore. The biggest trespass against those of us who made the long bike trek to the arcade after school with all the quarters we could scrounge jangling in our pockets is Golden Axe. Golden Axe looks and plays like it was made by the lowest bidding third grade class in a school for the blind and mentally incompetent. Or maybe these guys. Graphics this bad wouldn't have been acceptable on the PS1 in 1996. Congratulations, Sega Classics Collection. You've turned one of my favorite arcade games of all time into the digital equivalent of a left hook to the eye socket. So, Sega Classics is something of a disappointment. As such, here is an open letter to whoever makes important decisions at Sega. Dear Sega, when Sega Classics bombs, and it will, please don't take that to mean we don't want to play classic Sega games. We do, really, but half-assed PS1 quality upgrades of classic games are not classic games. Don't do that. Also, if I don't see a Shinobi collection soon, I will come to your office and crack people on the ass with a 2x4 until they pee their pants and promise to give the gamers what they want. Thank you. A 2 out of 5.
I hope you listened to Adam Sega because I loved Golden Axe and you killed it. You killed it, you cheap third-party monsters.
Sega, 3 letters for you. WTF. What are you doing to games we love? And why are you now making games like Billy Hatcher and Astro Boy for the PS2?
You have time, Ebenezer Sega. Think of us as the ghost of E3's yet to come. You can change things. You can make better games before it's too late.
You can stop whoring out Virtua Fighter to make games like Virtua Quest.
Please, Sega, listen to us. We want you to live. So don't ever do this to us again.
Give them the puppy eyes, Webb.
Never again, Sega.
Up next, stop making Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
Longer lasting.
Hey, who's that? Come here, that's mine. Hey, now bring it back.
Gotta have sweet, gotta have new, longer-lasting juicy fruit.
Fred, I want upgrades. More speed, better security, and I want options by Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Rudy, why me?
Look, maybe I can get you some more time.
No, Tuesday's fine. I'll call CDW. We'll work out some options. Rudy.
Nobody responds like CDW. With fast answers to your technology questions, you get what you need when you need it. CDW, the right technology, right away.
Thanks for caring, man.
Check this out. This is what we do for a living.
We're software developers.
With the online program from Westwood, you can train from home to design, code, and test games like this.
And this.
Can you believe that we get paid for playing games?
Westwood College now offers training online for video game careers. Call toll-free 888-636-0077. That's 636-0077. Not intended for residents of Texas or Massachusetts.
A cool blast from an air-conditioned store. One of life's simple pleasures. Milky Way, chocolate, caramel, nougat. One of life's simple pleasures.
I began losing my hair about a year ago. Is it ever gonna stop?
What caused it to fall out anyway?
Let's say I'm ready to do something about my hair loss. What are my options?
Why me?
It's hard to know what to do when you start losing your hair. That's where Bosley comes in. For over 25 years, people have turned to us for answers to their questions about hair loss and hair restoration.
So what is natural hair restoration? Where does the hair come from? Is it permanent?
Does the hair actually grow?
To find out, just call this toll-free number. We'll send you this free video and comprehensive guidebook that give you the real facts about hair loss and the choices you have for dealing with it. Financing is available. So call now and discover how Bosley has advanced the science of natural hair restoration. How they use your own living hair to fill in the thin spots. You'll also meet people who were once losing their hair and see what they looked like then and now.
But here's the big question. Do you think my barber will remember me?
To receive more information, please call 1-800-352-8132.
Welcome to the Whip Set, the only hour of TV bringing you the cars you want and the girls you can't have. The Whip Set, tonight, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Together, they form Voltron. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
We don't form anything together, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Welcome back to X-Play.
You know what we didn't need today?
Another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
It's like you can read my thoughts.
Or the teleprompter.
Yeah.
Here's a review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Melee.
Stupid turtles.
What do you get when you take everything good about multiplayer fighting games and leave out the good part? Why, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Melee, of course. Dull, pointless, and not entertaining in any way, shape, or form, Mutant Melee is the miscongeniality 2 of video games. There are 2 modes of play available, bad and worse. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. You can play the bad single-player adventure mode or the even worse multiplayer Mutant Melee mode, which you can also play alone. And you may have to, as you're bound to lose any friends who you sucker into playing this with you. The word play shouldn't even be used here. Play is something that brings joy and amusement. Instead of playing Mutant Melee, you'll feel more like you're painting it, because it will definitely pain you. Even the word game shouldn't be used here. But I guess agony-inducing rite of passage like the kind some tribes force their young men to go through a puberty that you see on the Discovery Channel is too large to fit on the box. Think I'm overreacting? Look, you can play as Billy Ray Cyrus with a hockey stick. Does that sound like a game to you? Here's a game much more exciting than Mutant Melee. Aw, scissor cut paper again. Mutant Melee offers the excitement of a game of keep away. Or for something more challenging, you can play this. Guess which hand the coin's in? Not that one. That one. Ooh, shiny. In an effort to mix things up, Mutant Melee offers you a variety of characters who pose, and pose, and pose, and pose. The wonders don't stop there, with such incredible unlockables as this picture. Yeah. The multiplayer Melee allows you to see what it's like when you're on one side of the screen, and the camera stays fixed on all the CPU's players somewhere else. And when you die, or anyone else for that matter, you don't die. You just come back again and again, no matter how bad you are. Just like John Travolta. For a better multiplayer experience, try a nice simple game of Hangman. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Melee. If you buy it for yourself, you're a moron. And if you get it as a gift from your parents, it means they hate you. Available on the Xbox and GameCube, which along with the PSP is something else for Sony to brag about. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Melee needs a pity point just to land it a 1 out of 5. Okay, if you don't understand, don't buy this game. Don't rent this game. Simply insert it into the toilet and flush. And if the Blockbuster employees try to stop you, run.
Konami, we gave Sega some harsh words earlier in the show. Now it's your turn.
Don't get us wrong, we like Metal Gear, but Nano Breaker broke my nanos, and now it's time to kill the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, we know you have the Turtles license. Hell, you probably paid a lot for it back in the 90s. But now it's not worth the paper it's printed on if the games are gonna suck this badly.
So, stop making them.
Stop it, stop it, stop it.
You done?
No. Stop it, stop
Done now?
it. Stop it!
Stop!
Stop it!
Up next, I don't remember the original Area 51 being quite this violent, but I also don't remember most of the 90s.
I'll send him right in. He'll see you now.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Trump. Here's your new Domino's cheeseburger pizza.
This gives me a really great idea. Listen to this. You take a cheeseburger, you put it together with a pizza. Write this down. You call it the new Domino's cheeseburger pizza. What do you guys think?
Brilliant.
Yes.
Genius.
Absolutely.
But, sir, we already...
You ought to be paying me for this.
Get the door, it's Domino's. Play the Be the Donald instant win game at Domino's.com. No purchase necessary.
So you want me to come over tonight? That's cool.
Pulse Mobile says you ought to prepay minutes, yo.
I just bought minutes.
Fees, shorty, fees.
25 cents to connect.
Extra $1 a day, extra.
Boom! You guys are clowns.
Getting burned by your prepaid company?
I'm out of here. No hidden fees.
Introducing T-Mobile to Go. Get more prepaid minutes without hidden fees or contracts.
Sweet.
T-Mobile to Go. Straight up prepaid.
Rated E for everyone. At Rainbow Studios, we went beyond the limits of off-road racing. Now you can jump a golf cart at 70 miles an hour. But remember, do not try this at home.
Got it, Lloyd! We gotta get her up to 70! Slow down! Oh.
MX versus ATV Unleashed.
Yeah!
You're pretty. Waiting long?
Yeah, and I'm late.
No car, huh?
Bad credit.
I got a car.
Hey, I can't get financing.
Sure you can. It's easy. Just call 1-800-BAR-NONE. If you need car financing, even if you have bad credit, 1-800-BAR-NONE could get you approved in minutes.
1-800-BAR-NONE? You can? I am? Really?
Scintillating. Need a car? Call 1-800-BAR-NONE. Everyone deserves a second chance, bar none. Call now.
And to think,
Somewhere, some poor guy is buying a minivan. Navy, accelerate your life. Log on to the Life Accelerator at Navy.com.
Now, with more fiber, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Keep your regular.
Welcome back to X-Play.
For the last year, Midway's been revamping all its classic games.
And by revamping, we mean making them insanely violent.
Here's a preview of Midway's classic arcade light gun game, Area 51. Good old Area 51. That earthbound extraterrestrial lounge act that never seems to get old. Naturally, Area 51 couldn't be complete without every alien's favorite park ranger and voice talent, David Duchovny.
Government conspiracies, secret weapon testing. I didn't believe any of it.
It's really not from beyond the stars, unless old Fox says so. The story begins with a diabolical scientist who seems to have had some seriously challenging on-the-job injuries.
Science will require the sacrifice of the insignificant.
He's had it with being alone, so he's about to unleash the fruit of his lord genius on that sad, pathetic, and ever so unsuspecting clutch of clowns known as the human race. This previously contained angry group of Beyond the Stars badasses are dying to infect their new friends on Earth with flu-like symptoms of doom. Where would we be without James Cameron's vision of Space Marines in Aliens? Where? Of course, these louts don't know what they're in for. I mean, you go to work with a nagging wife and a mortgage, and you come home a rabid alien dog soldier. Your adversaries are formidable. Though infected with the madness of alien flu, your former compatriots have not lost their ability to be excellent shots. An awesome array of alien and human weaponry await your sweating palms. Check out the possibilities of this targeting system. You never hear the bullet that kills you. The environments felt a bit like Master Chief's turf, but their destructibility made combat realism a main character. First-person objective-based gameplay is made unique by sheer amounts of rapid reaction detail and interactivity. Our preview copy of the game teased our ears, eyes, and nervous systems with near-constant combat immersion. The final release promises a richly detailed interactive realm in which to ply your thinking muscles. Look for symptoms of a nasty alien flu when Area 51 is released in the spring.
Now, before we go, we wanted all of you on Xbox Live to know that we play online, and we can hear what you've been saying.
And it frightens us. So we recorded some of the things we've overheard on Xbox Live recently. Here they are.
It came from Xbox Live.
She got a ring in her thumb. I tried that. Hurts.
Hey, my girlfriend's done shit before.
You know, it's not really distracting, dude. I got 4 kills, man.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I got a DSL connection through my payphone outside. If I like start lagging out or something, I gotta get my little sister to run outside and put quarters in the machine. It equals out to like the same bill as during the month though. So everything's fun.
She thought I was gonna get mad at her for getting in my Ray. I was like, nah.
Hey, her shoulder was blocking. I'm in the clan match with my controller above my head playing, and I still got 4 kills. Man, that is good. Hey, that used to section so bad she's popping out honey buns and biscuits down there.
Hey, have you seen that new video, Third World Girls Gone Wild? No, I'm telling you, Third World Girls Gone Wild is the dude. These just have hanging down to their knees. It's incredible.
I don't know what y'all like, but I like saggy.
There may actually be some girls on Xbox Live, boys. You might want to watch out for that.
Yeah, well, there's also the... Wow, you're really something out there. If you're the guy who did that, write us. I want to ensure that you use birth control.
Welcome to the Whip Set, the only hour of TV bringing you the cars you want and the girls you can't have. First up, Formula D, drifting, raw and uncut. Then Street Fury, custom kits, heavy horsepower, and oh yeah, ladies.
The Whip Set, tonight, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.